Suppose not a bad idea on Mondays. I like to check in with the screeners, see if we have any new key reversal signals. If anything, we saw how the U.S. stocks really jumped up violently there last week. So not a big surprise. Interesting, another semiconductor name is coming up on the sort of momentum push higher. Remember we had said the first 2 weeks the financials were really, really weak. They're through the quarter, and maybe they're getting a little bit of a bid to sort of balance things out a little bit. I don't know. That's interesting. So daily momentum push on the 23rd of March. We got a push higher by KLA. On the 24th of March, we got to push lower by KLA. If anything, what this says is that KLA is just sitting on like a seesaw right now. It's right on the middle part of the seesaw, and it could be pushed either way here. Cheap stocks, if you're looking for cheap stocks, interesting. There's a utility that's come up on the cheap stocks. Hey, look at Intel. I've talked to you guys about my interest in Intel. There's Amazon. Of course, it's down at the bottom of its range. Franklin Liberty U.S. Treasury bond. That's interesting. So this is like U.S. bond market proxy. I've been hearing a lot of people talking bullish bonds these days. So I don't know whether I buy into that or not, but let's see what we got here. U.S. Treasury bond ETF. Suppose if we get those weekly moving average signals, I could see that there. Let's see what that looks like. Now that's better. I do like that better. Again, if you were interested in this, now you drill down to your daily chart. Maybe this is a bullish bot. I don't know. But let's see some W's here to justify you actually spending some money. It's interesting, too, because I did notice that the tips look really interesting in here. So now the tips are going to catch a bid. Yeah, so there's that same chart image. And really, this is predicated on, has the Fed actually broken the market? If they have broken the market, then ironically enough, this will actually make the yield curve even more inverted. Keep in mind that if we finish the quarter like this, then basically it's saying full recession market bottom. And in that particular case, we should see interest rates start to fall. The yield curve normal. Since we know that the Fed is still got a hard-on for short-term interest rates. Interestingly enough, if those long-term bond charts start to rally, that means that long-term interest rates will fall. This is going to get worse, right? These numbers will go down. And this is still stubbornly high. So I don't even know what it is exactly that the Fed is waiting for. But I can absolutely tell you, if this kind of price action persists and we start to see serious rally out of the bond market, you can see, it's come down a long way. Even just 50% bounces probably takes us right back up to fill in this gap. Probably also do Foggenbaums off of these lows now. I actually did start to hear, I don't know whether you guys saw that, but it was something that jumped out at me over the weekend. Interesting, 2.618s are right up into these levels. I think that gap there needs filling in. That's huge unfinished business. And also, wow, now this is cool. What a good analogy. What would we call, if price did rally up into this area and then was rejected, what would we call that? Is there any particular name that we would have for that kind of price action? What happens if I, maybe I'll give you the answer. Something check. Can I make this any easier for you? And we affectionately, on our crypto show with Ben, we called this the Benkoff check. In a weird sort of way, you can kind of see the futures almost talking to us, eh?